Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Tanya Tugai. So in this video I am going to explain you about CBSE 402 IT syllabus paper. So the name of the chapter is Networking Fundamentals. So in today's busy world, the field of communication is used everywhere, and also the computers can be used rapidly in our day-to-day life. So everywhere, every place, wherever you go, you can see the computers. Okay. So now the rapid increase in the field of computers in almost every day of our life has generated to use the same kind of data everywhere. For suppose if you wanted to see the same data in some other places, this can be done. Okay. Now how this transformation is done, or else how they are able to transfer this data, let us get in a very detail into this video. So the one way of transferring this data from across the globe from one place to another is that data transferring of the data, and the other way is same data files at separate locations across the globe can be used. So now what I wanted to tell you is that this involves frequent transferring of data from one computer to multiple computers which are present at the same location or else different location. So how you will transfer? For suppose if you wanted to transfer a file, okay, how will you transfer? Either through the Gmail you will text them, or you will get a reply that they have received it, or else the other way is that you can log in through your websites, or else you can send through pen drives, so and so. Got it? So now what I wanted to conclude is that this data transferring can be done is one way, like from one computer to the other computer, or else the data transfer using some kind of devices. Now the continuous data transfer is costly affair which results in redundancy of the data and increasing the storage cost. That means that the cost of the storage and everything will be increased. Okay. Now data communication means sending the data from one computer to the another computer. Okay, so it involves linking of the computers which allows the resources of one computer to be shared by the other. For suppose if you wanted to transfer any data from one computer to the other, this can be done using data communication. So data communication means sending data electronically from one computer to the another computer. Okay, now this is very important. Mark this in your textbook. Now there are different kinds of computer network. So the computer network may be defined as a group of two or more computer systems or peripheral devices. For suppose if you have seen a group of two or more computer systems are together, then they are called as computer network. A group of two or more computer systems. The types of networks are personal area network. So in this personal area network you can see that the networks connects to a very small area, that may be your house or else a small office or a cabin. The devices which are used here is desktop, cabin, tablets, smartphones. You will use your mobile phone. So in that mobile phone you will connect to the internet. That internet comes under personal area network. Now next one is local area network. So this local area networks is something which is used in an office building. So you may get a doubt, ma'am, here also you are saying office building and here also office building. This is a small office or a small cabin, but this is a bit big one, a bit lengthy one, a bit building, education campus, ethernet, anything can be used over here. So now there is some range for these things. The personal area network is having 10 meters, whereas the local area networks is having 10 kilometers. Okay, now moving forward to the next one is that metropolitan area network. This metropolitan area networks is larger than the local area network. They are used in large organizations having several branches of a city, like municipal corporation or a police department, something. Which kind of network is used in police networks or else municipal corporation? So you have to mention that. What do you mention? Metropolitan area network. Dash network is used in homes and small cabins. Which kind of network? Personal area network. Got it? So now moving forward, wide area network. So this wide area networks is a large type of networks. It is used almost several countries and all that. This wide area network is used. They are routers are used to connect the data. Okay, or else I think you have learned in your physics regarding these optic fibers, optic cables. With the help of these optic cables, we can transfer your data connection or internet through a very large distance also. With the help of these optic fibers only, for suppose if you establish a connection at one particular place, even the place is very far also, we are able to use that network. Now, what are the advantages of computer networks? Why we are learning all these? You may get a doubt, right? So that we are going to learn now. Now, for suppose if you wanted to share any kind of hardware devices like printer, scanner or storages, for that this computer networks are used. Sharing of hardware, sharing of the software. If you wanted to use any kind of softwares and all that, for that also this computer networks are used. To share files, if you wanted to back up any kind of data, for that also these computer networks are used. The cost is effective, so minor effects or breakdowns anything also happen also you can use this. So saves paper and time mostly, because if you keep on writing, the energy and also the time taking is very lengthy. For suppose if you wanted to write anything, or else if you wanted to create any document, you can copy it from the Google and you can paste it. By this the time will be saved. Apart from this copying and pasting, if you wanted to generate multiple copies, if you write it, it will take lot of time. But if you use this computer networks, you can directly use Control C, Control V, and you can multiple the duplicates, right? So for that also it is used. Now let us see the disadvantages of these computer networks. Its initial cost is more, so expensive devices such as routers, bulbs, hubs, these are all very costly and we cannot afford it. So mostly the business purpose or else educational purpose these things are used. So the cost is very much effective. Now maintenance and administration is too large. Major effects or breakdown. If anything happens, it takes a lot of time to repair for it. If you are using unless special care is taken, you are going to attack your virus for your laptop. Okay, the virus attack is more. Now security. So there is a danger of hacking, especially in large networks. The security of the network has to be maintained. So that is the reason most of the people will be using MCKF and all that. They will use that. Now network architecture. Now in this network architecture, we are having peer-to-peer and client-to-server. So peer-to-peer means, therefore in peer-to-peer network, each computer or node is connected to the other computer. So one computer is connected to the another computers like this. Okay. Now client-to-server system means with the help of this server only multiple systems are connected. That's it. Now here are the differences between peer-to-peer and client-to-server. So in peer-to-peer means all computers are having equal in capabilities as well as in the type of resources. But here the server and the provider resources to the other computers. The server will provide the connection or will provide the required amounts or required kind of data to the other systems. Whereas in this type of network, each computer can request. Whereas here the server provides the resources. Each computer can store its data, but here the server will store the data. So now let's move to the network components. Here see a switch. Switch is a device which is used for turning on and off and which connects different components and a computer network. It receives the data and it processes the data. Now repeater. Repeater is used for simply copies the information. Okay, like input and transmits to the output. It takes the input and it allows the output to go out. This is required when times network signal is weak, for suppose. At that time this repeater is used. For suppose if you are when there is a rain and you are not getting proper signal, at that time what is the thing which we will use is a repeater. Now next one is hub. A hub is a networking device similar to a switch. This is also same like switch, but it transmits the information to a particular device only. Now the next one is router. So in your homes you will see this router, right? So this router is having different kinds of cables. One is connecting the computer, one is connecting the printer, one is connecting if you wanted to connect to any game stations like that, it will be useful. Okay, so one is used for Wi-Fi internet connection and all that, it will be helpful. This is router, it is a networking device. Now bridge. A bridge is a device that connects and passes between two network segments. If you wanted to transfer any kind of data between two systems or two segments, at that time this bridge is very much useful. So this is about networking. There are many more to learn. In the next class I will explain you regarding these networks.